Hmm. Welcome to Mirror Domains Movie News, your place for entertainment headlines. And this is our first look at Beetlejuice 2. Beetlejuice 2. We got our first images of Jenna Ortega, Winona Ryder, and of course, Beetlejuice himself, Michael Keaton. That we'll take a look at today. Very interesting images. Yes. So we'll get into those. We'll try to blow it up. Ghostbusters Frozen Empire opens up, and is it going to be big? Is it going to be huge? It doesn't appear so. Maybe. Actually, it looks like it's going to be fairly grim at the box office. Let's start off there. Ghostbusters Frozen Empire. Carrie Coon talks franchise's future. The White Lotus 3 and owning 10,000 Blu-rays. Oh my God, Chris Schober. She's going to give you a run for your money there. 10,000 Blu-rays. Where do you put them all? That's the thing. So Carrie Coon, I guess, is going to be in the new Ghostbusters, and everybody's kind of like trying to figure out, well, where's it going to land this weekend? What's it going to be? Is it going to be a hit or is it going to be a misfire? Ghostbusters Frozen Empire, the zap the competition with 43 to 45 million opening. Sydney Sweeney also returns with Immaculate, a horror movie, which I'm looking forward to. I will see both. I'm seeing Frozen Empire today for sure. I am going to try to perhaps maybe squeeze in an Immaculate, but if I don't get to Immaculate today, I'll get to it on Saturday because I'll be off early enough in the afternoon that I'll be able to go to a matinee and squeeze that in because I am a massive horror fan here. Ghostbusters Frozen Empire. Guys, I just want to be able to go and see this with kind of like turning off my brain with a bag of popcorn with me. I'm just kind of like, oh, I remember these guys. Oh, I like this scenario. I like the feeling of people trying to fight ghosts. I'm not expecting Shakespeare. I'm not expecting it to reinvent the wheel. I'm not going to compare it to the others because it's totally something new and different. It's not like Afterlife. It's not like Ghostbusters 2 or 3. So it's not like I'll be watching it like some people do and say, well, it's not as good as the first one. Well, why would it's just, for me, that's not my standard. That's not my expectations for this film. I just want to be able to go in, turn off my brain, laugh at some of the jokes, have a little bit of a trip down nostalgia lane, and come out and say, that wasn't that bad. And then move on, kind of thing, right? Let's go over to the tomato meter. 46%? Yeah. Ghostbusters. Frozen Empire. 46% by 118 reviews. That's not good. But you know what? There's probably always a disconnect. Look at the numbers there for Ghostbusters Afterlife. 64% by critics, 94% by the audience. So the audience numbers, this is going to be one that's going to be kind of like skewed. I think the audience is probably going to appreciate this one a lot more. Let's take a look at some of the snapshot reviews. Boston Globe didn't like it. Aykroyd practically glows. It's enough to make you want to see the actor make Ghostbusters movies forever, so long as they're better than Ghostbusters Frozen Empire. Okay. Let's take a look at somebody who did like it. Look at direct. Fun, but fails to capture the magic of the originals. A mixed bag for Ghostbusters fans. Latino Saint. Ghostbusters Frozen Empire delivers a fun, action-packed adventure in the world of ghost busting. With a family at its core, this movie is a perfect blockbuster film that pays homage to the franchise while also appealing to newcomers. So there's somebody who likes it. And as you can see, the majority of people are not digging it, man. So let's see if there's any name here that jumps off. Oh, Matt Donato didn't like it. I hate to say it, but busting just doesn't make me feel good anymore. Really? Weird. You don't like ghost busting, huh? I always like it. What's wrong with it? I like Ghostbusters too. And I actually didn't hate the female one as much as other people did. I cut it a lot of slack, mostly because I'm a Kristen Wiig fan. So, yeah. I got nothing against the rest of the cast. Jeremy Johns didn't like it. Frozen Empire is simply a product of its time, a modern day sequel chock full of references and nostalgia bait, but with no clear vision as to where it's going or why. Well, we trust Jeremy Johns here. Wait a minute, what the heck? Why is he on here twice? uh, yes, this just goes to show how well curated the Rotten Tomatoes site is. All right, Dan Murrow, the first Ghostbusters movie that feels obligatory, scattershot, and devoid of any real soul. Bummer, man. That's not that's not good to hear. And these are from people that I well fairly trust. Christine Lemire, like Slimer shoving snacks into his ravenous maw, Ghostbusters Frozen Empire tries to cram way too many characters, storylines, and iconic images into his 2 hour runtime. Yeah, so guys, I will be seeing this movie at 4:10 today. At 4:10. So 5 hours away from me going to see Ghostbusters Afterlife. I'm looking forward to it. Oh, did it drop a little bit there? 45%. Well, yeah, I don't know what some people are expecting. What else is opening up this weekend? Immaculate. Sydney Sweeney returns after the debacle that was Madame Web. But she returns as a nun in Immaculate. It's a horror. Immaculate in conception, if not always in execution, this religiously themed horror outing is saved by a divine performance by Sydney Sweeney. So she's getting praise for her performance. She was standard fare in Madame Web. That was my first real exposure to Sydney Sweeney. I know that she's in Euphoria, guys, but I am curious about this project because do you think that she's what, like the second coming or something like that? But gives birth to a demon baby, or I don't know what the heck's going on. Immaculate. It looks like something bloody happens. That's cool. If you don't mind a little bloodshed. I don't even know what the synopsis is. Okay, so Cecilia, an American nun of devout faith, embarking on a new journey in a remote convent in the picturesque Italian countryside. Cecilia's warm welcome quickly devolves into a nightmare as it becomes clear her new home harbors a sinister secret and unspeakable horrors. Okay, so it's like a cult or something that yeah, I'm getting Omen vibes, right? They impregnate her to carry the demon baby. No, gosh, I don't know. Lindsay Bear, Associated Press. There were some lofty ideas behind Immaculate that seem undeserved about bodily autonomy and such. And she gets several memorable movie star moments, but I want more for Sweeney than whatever this adds up to. So, somebody who's trying to champion her work and just wants, it doesn't sound like she's a big fan of horror. So, we're going to discount that one. We're seeing the amazing final scene in Sweeney's performance. Okay, so it's got a big climax in this one. Huh? I have to pay attention to the third act. Guys, to be honest, I'm almost tempted to go see Immaculate before I go see Ghostbusters Afterlife. Or, sorry, Ghostbusters Frozen Empire. Because I like weird movies, man. All right, let's see if there's only 61 reviews. Matt Donato have his words in yet for this one? You don't know who Matt Donato is. He's on the he does a show with Perry Nemiroff, The Merry Hour. They talk all about film. I kind of respect their opinions, but I don't quite see the name there yet. Uh Kate Sanchez. Decadent and beautiful, Immaculate doesn't reimagine religious horror, but it does walk the well-trodden path with a head held high. Head held high. Okay, there's Donato. Moyhan's direction is confident, the film's visuals emblematic and elegant, yet lasting impressions aren't quite in line with the film's dreadful tone. Hmm, it's not interesting. But you know what? Between these two, I'm thinking obviously Ghostbusters Afterlife will be number one this weekend. I'm just going to pull up the last week's results and we'll see where things are going to land. Because Kung Fu Panda and Dune 2 have been out for 2 or 3 weeks now, right? So they're going to get punched down by Frozen Empire, which should be number one. And then let's take a look at Kung Fu Panda. That should probably get cut down to about 15 to 20. Can Immaculate make more than 15 to 20? And Doom Part 2 is right up there too. Will Immaculate be enough to overcome? See, I think Doom Part 2 is going to drop down to about 12 million. Maybe. uh, maybe. It's just a great movie, man. I was this close to going out and seeing it again last night. Um, so Frozen Empire will be number one. I think Kung Fu Panda will be number two. And then it's a question of Immaculate. Will Immaculate be enough to be the third spot, or will Doom Part 2 hold on to the third spot? Because if Immaculate comes out and is only number four next week, I won't be shocked. Then, of course, whatever this Arthur the King is, that is not opened up anywhere near where I live. It's not playing. So can't I can't weigh in with that. That's that dog one, right? The dog movie with Cade Yeager. What's his name again? I forgot his name. Mark Wahlberg, right? Is that what it is? As you can see, it's not playing anywhere. Let's go over to the landmarks listings and see if we got that dog movie playing here. See, I could go see Frozen Empire 2. Actually, I went to see Immaculate at 3 and then went to see Frozen Empire at 4:45. I wouldn't be out till 6:45 ish, 7 o'clock ish. I don't know. Is it planned for me? That would get me in twice. I could get into Immaculate would be done around 4:30, probably around 4:50 with credits and commercials. That's not going to give me enough time to get over to that showing. It would be tight. Just give it a break. Hmm, yeah, I think that's what I'll have to do. Because that's the same way. I'll watch the Ghostbusters Frozen Empire in the AVX theater because that's always the way to go. But yeah, that I don't know where that dog movie is going to show up in Canada, if it does at all. All right, let's get on to some more movie news headlines because we're kind of stalling out here. And take a look at our first look at Beetlejuice 2, our headline story. Beetlejuice 2, Michael Keaton is back. And we get our first look at Jenna Ortega with her mother, Winona Ryder, and then her stepmother, right? Is that really, is that the way that I remember? Or is that her real mom? I can't remember. It didn't feel like Beetlejuice 2, Tim Burton revealed alternative titles and ideas for legacy sequels. So we got our first look there at Michael Keaton in the makeup. Let's try to pull that up and see if we can make it a little bit bigger. There we go. What do you guys think about that? Bring it up. Looks like Beetlejuice. We know that they're going back to a lot of the practical makeup effects, right? So, like a lot of the monsters and stuff will be, or like the ghouls will be all practical makeup. So that's cool. That's a thumbs up, right? Um, it's not really that much. Can you tell what's going on here? It looks like they're maybe in the attic. It's kind of hard to tell there. See, it's really dark here. So I this is brightened. You can see like the panels here in the background. And I'm guessing you guys can't quite see that. So this thing here that looks like a microphone is I think it's supposed to be the moon. So I'm guessing that this is some kind of solar system rig model. And this is Leah, of course, he shows up again, kind of like wanting to. I don't know if he wants revenge. That's the thing. Does he want revenge or does he want just meet the new daughter, Jenna Ortega? We know that he's going to have some kind of nefarious plot, right? The wife is played by Persephone from Matrix, right? And then, of course, we got our first look there at Jenna Ortega. And Winona Ryder. See if I can make this just a bit bigger. There we go. A bit better, yeah. First look. I don't know who this is. I don't know who that person is. Is that the maybe Winona Ryder's husband? They got the long black trench coats on. Looks like they're at a funeral or something, or maybe the funeral of the husband character, because the actor who played the husband in the original film has had a lot of allegations made about him. So, see how that goes. Costuming looks good. Winona looks fantastic. What do you guys think about some of these first images? Let's pull up Beetlejuice 2 on the IMDb. Beetlejuice, sorry. September 6th, first look. So it feels like we're gonna get an actual teaser for this pretty soon. Monica Bellucci, that's who Beetlejuice's wife. Willem Dafoe is gonna show up in this. Bern Gorman. Justin Theroux. So is that who that is? Is that Justin Theroux right there? Seems like it could be a little bit, yeah? Because it's not Bern Gorman. Funeral Mourner. Tim Burton on set. It's only our only other image that we have. Now that we've got 3 images and the poster and the title. Yeah, that's the attic or some. That's the attic. You can see the brick where they put the chalk door. Fascinating. Yeah, I'm sensing trailer pretty soon here. But I like it, man. Can't wait. Can't wait. All right, I don't know why I'm so washed out here. It's not as if there's a lot of light. In fact, I've pushed back one of the lights here. Weird. All right. Next, House of the Dragon Season 2. Yeah, we got our first trailer out, guys. So, well, let's just take a look, shall we? Because I really like the first season. And we are going to be doing, I'm going to sign up for, we don't have Max here in Canada. We've got something called Crave, which buys certain things from Max. And it's like $23 a month for only like a small little library of stuff, which is ridiculous. But stupid Canadian laws, whatever. We'll watch it and we'll react to it when it comes out because I really dug the first season. Let's just take a look. You gotta switch over the audio, James. Almost true. Black trailer. What? Black trailer. House of the Dragon. Starts now.
My father chose me, his firstborn child, to succeed him.
Darcy, she's awesome.
He held to his decision until death.
Or sorry, they are awesome.
And yet, Alicent's son sits my throne.
That's who plays the older
I mean
Rhaenyra.
to fight this war and win it.
Smith, we know that war is coming this
The realm
time.
will soon tear itself apart. If men do not remember the oath sworn to King Viserys and to his rightful heir.
Oh, look at the looks.
The Hightows are marching. You must crush this
Where is
beast
the
at its
fence?
head.
Our terms are very simple. Renounce the false king and bend the knee to the king, or your house burns.
Yeah. Except our
When the
rule,
desire
or...
to kill and burn takes hold and reason is forgotten, you will not even remember what began the war in the first place.
It all looks stellar, doesn't it? We
Feel
fight
that I've
for our
begun.
queen. House of the Dragon, Season 2. Only 8 episodes this time, guys. As opposed to 10. June 16th! Can't wait for it. Hyped. The official Black trailer. So, is there another trailer? Let's just go over to the Max's video site. Look. Official Green trailer. Okay.
For the one true King Aegon!
Oh, it's from their side. The bad guys' side. Right?
Only weeks ago, my lord husband was alive. And the realm was
The
at
green
peace.
table. That's what they call it, right? Green table?
On his deathbed, he knew the realm would never accept a queen.
Is that what they called it? I can't remember exactly.
Rhaenyra's supporters will believe what they wish.
Yeah,
But Viserys wanted Aegon to succeed him.
Alicent. Corrupt.
They wish now not for the good of the realm, but for the satisfaction
And
of
they're
vengeance.
the antagonists. You want to see them get their comeuppance. I
Not
don't know
against the
who's
king,
rooting
and I will
for
pay
this
it
side.
back 100 times over. I'm as fearsome as any of them.
You have no idea.
Is
the
anybody rooting for
sacrifices
this
that were made
side?
to put you on that throne.
My uncle is a challenge I welcome. If he dares face me.
We will prevail and bring forth peace.
But you must accept that the path to victory now is one of violence.
Looks very cinematic.
Good. To war, then.
To war.
All my life,
Sir
I've
Kristan?
endeavoured to
He needs to
serve
get his
both my
comeuppance
house
too,
and the
right?
realm.
Kristan?
And somehow none of it matters.
Hold to your courage! For the one true King Aegon!
Aegon, hopefully, his reign of terror won't last that long. Yeah. So, June 16th, guys, on Max. What do you think about those two trailers? Which one did you like better? Obviously, I like the black one better than the green trailer. Because I don't care about this side. This is the side that I want to see get theirs. So, yeah. June 16th. What do you guys think about those trailers? Let me know in the comments. And we will talk about it. You're watching Mirror Domains. Next, earlier this week, in fact, just yesterday, we had the trailer for Alien Romulus drop. Director Fede Alvarez unveils first teaser. Talks Ridley Scott and James Cameron approved prequel. Did you need them to have approval to make a prequel? I don't know why you would, but whatever. I guess it's to appease some fans out there, some blowhards maybe. I love all those movies. I didn't want to omit or ignore any of them. But wasn't that something that you boasted? Or maybe I got that confused with the TV series that's coming out. Because there's an Alien TV series. And one of them said that it's not going to respect Prometheus and Alien Covenant in the timeline. Maybe it was the TV series. Because if you got Ridley Scott, who did Covenant and Prometheus, Well, of course, it probably doesn't take much to sign off on it. He just looks at it and goes, "Yeah, that's okay." um, that's because Ridley Scott and James Cameron have already proclaimed their love for Romulus, which takes place between their two films. Okay, so this one takes place between Alien and Aliens. Okay. Today, Alvarez and Disney finally pulled back the curtain to their interquel. Yeah, and we saw the teaser yesterday. And I'm going to update the thumbnail a little bit. Um, I liked what I saw. I think I'm like everybody else who's just kind of like, they nailed the tone. It's going back to the horror. Okay, so that chick's got a face hugger on her face. She's going to be going through an immense amount of pain. That's just look how far that thing jumps. See, now that's wow. She's done. So when you see her in the movie, you know that she's going to be done. And then, yeah, this shot, Kaylee Spaney with the sort of proto gun that everybody seems to be losing themselves over. Alien Romulus. Yeah, as a teaser, I thought that it worked. So now that we know that Ridley Scott and James Cameron have signed off, it's been 7 years. Please be good. Yeah. So the other two directors say that it should be good. Well, congratulations on this first step towards August release. The teaser was 2 hours too short, but I'm intrigued. Yeah, I think a lot of people were. So Alien Romulus takes between, yeah, we know where that's connected there. The synopsis involves a group of young space colonizers and scavengers who encounter the most terrifying life form in the universe. Yeah, we know that. Did you choose to focus on the younger cast just because it's relatively a new dynamic for the franchise? Eh. If you were asked to pitch what became Alien Romulus, or did you ask if you could come in and pitch it? Right after Don't Breathe, I had a meeting with Scott Free, Ridley's company. So right after Don't Breathe, he had this on the back burner up here, and he's kind of like, okay. It's pretty intimidating to step into a Ridley Scott franchise. Denis Villeneuve told me how difficult it was for Blade Runner 2049, but apparently you've already passed the Ridley test. He really spent an entire hour telling you how much he loved the movie. Okay, good. Because Ridley's somebody, his opinion about the Alien franchise has been like, first he loved it, then he hated it. He didn't like the xenomorphs anymore. That's why we got the David storyline going for Alien Covenant, and like he didn't want to make an alien movie. So I take his criticism of these movies, or like his inputs, as kind of like, eh. But you said this before, Ridley. Yeah. Did the response at test screenings ultimately upgrade this movie from Hulu to theatrical? No. It happened before that. I wish I could tell you, but no. It was right before that. So yeah, this was going to be slated for straight to Hulu, but then yeah, they changed it, and it should be in theaters. If you're going to make, like, this is the thing, like Hellraiser, Predator Prey, all would have made money if they went to the theater first, guys. And I'm glad that they've kind of changed that up for Alien Romulus, because those other two deserve better fates. And we're going to get more Predator with Dan Trachtenberg, which is cool. Still no word on a Hellraiser 2 yet, but I was just looking for that on Blu-ray the other day, and I want the new Hellraiser movie. I want like a 4K steelbook of that. That's what I want. But Kaylee Spaney, she's big right now because of Priscilla last year. She's going to be in Civil War. That's just coming out next month, right? Looking forward to that one. So it's an exciting time in Kaylee Spaney's career. And Isabella Merced is also going to be in this one. So a lot of really good up and coming talent. I'm not looking forward to it. Let's move on. Earlier the week, we talked about Aaron Taylor Johnson, talking about he's going to be formally offered the role of James Bond. Apparently, he wants to weigh in, though. He wants to weigh in on this casting rumor. So what does he got to say? Let's just take a look. Quote, in an interview with, who is he speaking to? It doesn't say. But his quote is, quote, I can only really talk about the things I'm going to show and tell. So the Fall Guy, Nosferatu, Craven the Hunter, I don't feel like I need to have a future drawn out for me. I feel like whatever's drawn out for me, I can effing do better. Yeah. Well, so kind of like closed lips kind of thing. If he hasn't been offered the deal formally, like we know that it's going to be offered to him, and he says, "Oh, I'm going to take it even before that offer comes." Yeah, that doesn't look very good PR wise. So it's kind of like, yeah, I can see him until he signs on the Donald line, which I think he probably will. I mean, who wouldn't? You get a chance to be Bond. Cillian Murphy is Bond. James Bond actor boasts Cillian Murphy would do a magnificent job as 007. Well, I don't know about that. Apparently, I hear that Cillian Murphy might be doing a Peaky Blinders movie, which is, I guess, a reason why I should probably start watching Peaky Blinders. I like Anya Taylor, do I like Tom Hardy. But anyway, let's not digress. We've had enough. We've all had enough of studios churning out stuff that dilutes wanting to go to the cinema. Yeah. That's a swipe at all the big comic book stuff, isn't it? Which is kind of like, oh, God, you're about to appear in Craven the Hunter that was supposed to come out last year. It's done. It's sitting in the can. For some reason, they're sitting on their hands on this one, thinking that, I don't know what the heck they're thinking. Craven the Hunter just needs to come out and just kind of like quietly do its thing, because I don't think it's going to do very well at the box office. It's just going to be another kind of notch on the belt of people who are rooting for misery for some reason. The teaser didn't do anything for me. It didn't for that. Whatever. Next. Stranger Things. Millie Bobby Brown picks her least favorite shooting set. Shooting set. Is that like, what, maybe the Upside Down? But that would be pretty easy. You're just on a green screen stage somewhere. So, while speaking with Vanity Fair, she's described filming scenes in the void. Okay, so it was the void. The most depressing place ever. Okay. Dealing with intense emotions and coping with physical discomfort. I'm always alone. I'm always having to be emotional and scared. I'm in water. My feet are pruny. I'm hungry. It's my least favorite set ever. Okay. So it's just a condition. Yeah, I could see that maybe if you're having to walk around in puddles. That's not good. But they're filming season 5 right now, guys. So next year we will hopefully marathon watch it like we did for season 4. Because that was like 2 days of intense Stranger Things. But it was all good. Alright, so she doesn't like filming in the Upside Down place. Great actress. Guys, if you didn't watch our damsel reaction, go check that out. She was really good in that. She plays a princess who gets sacrificed to a dragon. She fights the dragon. Good stuff. Adam Sandler in space. Yes. Spaceman. Also, a very intriguing movie. Dune Part 2 is in theaters, guys, and you know that I really love that movie. Still the best movie of the year so far, and it's going to be a while, I think, before something dethrones it as number one, if any movie this year can dethrone it as the number one movie. Godzilla X Kong New Empire comes out next week, guys. Next Thursday. I'll be there in the theater with my big bag of popcorn watching Godzilla X Kong. A lot of TV spots have come out about it. It's kind of like they're revealing way too much. And then, of course, then you know that we do movie news throughout the week when I can. It's just I'm gonna have to change this banner because I don't think we don't seem to ever be we're ever going to be back on a schedule where we can be at 10:30, at least for the foreseeable future, because between the work that I go and do and then going to the gym in the morning, like I was at the gym at 6:50 in the morning, come out and I do groceries at 9:30 to 10, I eat, and then I got online, I streamed. Roadhouse is out today. Oh, is Roadhouse out today? Could we watch it before? I would have to sign up for Amazon, which is not a problem. I'm going to sign up for Amazon here. Maybe. I don't know. What is the Roadhouse for Parents guide? Just take a look. Okay, a woman who has just been discovered to be cheating on her significant other is seen topless in the background, while the man she is cheating with flees the scene completely naked. No frontal nudity, although we see his backside. Oh, is that their version of the "You're gonna be my regular Saturday night thing, baby"? Is it that scene? Hey, I'm on break. Stay on it. Oh man, that movie's so quotable. At least the first Roadhouse is. So it's only that scene. It doesn't give me a timestamp. Violence score, I don't really care about. Vanity, whatever. That's out today. Doug Lyman. I thought it was out last week. I'm kind of curious about it. I am. Post Malone is in this. The only thing with Post Malone is that he's very recognizable, right? Joachim de Almeida. He was very good in Missing last year. Mostly plays a bad guy. Yeah, there he is in Missing. But he was actually really good in Missing. Like he played a different. He wasn't the bad guy or anything like that. He just a normal character, and you kind of like he can do it. Usually he's playing like some kind of South American drug lord or something like that. You recognize him when you see him. He was pretty good. Yeah, I thought it was out last week, but it was only the red carpet premiere. Well, then maybe I don't know if I'll have time. Well, because I got to get out of here by 3:30ish, so I'd have to sign up. How long is this movie? 2 hours and 1 minute. So we would have to start it by at least. Well, we'd have to start it by 1:30ish. Possible. Yeah, it's possible. We'll see. I don't know. Let's move on. Where were we? We just finished the Stranger Things, right? Disney may have canceled all of these announced films. Were they going to make a Jungle Cruise 2? Were they? Well, we know that, yeah, Bob Iger has changed trajectory, right? High profile projects like Armor Wars, Bambi. We know that Bambi got canceled, which kind of sucks because of who was attached to direct it. Sarah Polley was going to direct it, right? Captain Marvel 3 faced potential cancellation due to changing priority. Yeah, I don't see I don't see Captain Marvel happening anymore. I don't see Ant-Man and the Wasp continuing on anymore. A lot of those, I hate to say, like, not even B-level heroes. They're C-level. Like, Ant-Man and Captain Marvel are like C-level. Well, then what's B-level, James? B-level would be kind of like um, Black Panther. Because A-level is Thor, uh, Captain America, and Iron Man. That's A-level. But traditionally in the comics, Iron Man was B-level. It's like, well, sorry, the movies in the MCU have kind of elevated them up a bit, guys. Anyway, let's not digress into that, because I know I'm probably going to ruffle a few feathers talking about that. Armor Wars. Yeah, I don't see that happening. Don Cheadle. Yeah, it was interesting, but I think nobody really watched Secret Invasion, which would have dealt with a lot more of like the military political side of things, which I liked. I liked the Secret Invasion, except for like the ending part. I enjoyed that series a lot more than I thought I would, and I think Armor Wars would be like more of that, which would be cool in my books. And I'm more interested in Armor Wars than I was in Falcon and Winter Soldier, which kind of just kind of like ugh. So if that one gets canceled, yeah, why it might be canceled? Well, I just gave you a number of reasons. Bambi, live action films, the live action stuff just hasn't been working, and I liked the Little Mermaid live action. I really liked it. Um, it's not resonating. It's not having that big punch that people thought it would. You know, it's lost its appeal of kind of like, ooh, well, what would it look like as live action? Well, we realize that if you make it look like a real deer, there's no emoting, so you have to make it a little cartoonish. And if you're going to make it cartoonish, does it need to be CGI? And then if you're going to make it updated, then what's the point of it? Yeah, it just kind of like loses itself. It implodes on itself when you start to think about like the point of it, right? Like there could have been some good ideas there. Like it kind of sucks that Sarah Polley won't get a chance to do that one. But Big Thunder Mountain, based on the roller coaster ride, which is a good ride. It's a nice, quick little ride, but I didn't think that Big Thunder Mountain would be. Check it out. So they just go up the hill. I don't see how it doesn't have like the cartoon characters like Splash Mountain does. It's just you go down a roller coaster. So I mean, it's fun. It's nothing exceptional, and you're going to try to make a movie off that. Yeah, yeah. No, I don't see that happening. I think that was a good call that one gets kind of like canceled. Captain Marvel 3, why it might be canceled. There's no denying that poor box office for the Marvels hurt the brand. It's not. I didn't hate the Marvels as much as other people did. It felt like it should have come out years ago. Cruella 2. Really? That would get canceled? Emma Stone is a big name. Just won her second Academy Award. But it was reportedly the budget for it was between 100 and 200 million. Yeah, that's too high, guys. Eternals 2. Yeah, no, we don't need that. Flight of the Navigator. Yeah, I heard that they were going to be remaking that. What happened to that with Bryce Dallas Howard? Directing? Give it to me. That's what I want right now. I want anything Bryce Dallas Howard. Disney has been trying to get a remake of a remake of this since 2009. They have slowed down the front end. Flight of the Navigator would certainly need, but it doesn't have to be super expensive. Tron Ares is coming out. We know we're getting Tron Ares with Jared Leto, so that's happening. I'd like to see an updated version of Flight of the Navigator. Think of all the stuff that you could do. And it was simple stuff. They just went out and got a bunch of helicopter shots of them flying over land, and then they sped it up and put like a spaceship on it. And I thought it looked fine. And I like the story of him out of time. I like that. With how his younger brother, when he's older, tries, like, he helps him out and stuff. I thought I like that stuff. Kind of like his younger brother's now older than him. It's just like, because he was lost for a whole bunch of time, and then yeah, I like that story a lot. League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. Good concept, good cast, good costuming. It just, I don't know, it just didn't land, did it? Jungle Cruise 2. The Rock and Emily Blunt are huge, but this is the kind of thing where movies are not driven by who's in them anymore. It's about the concept. And sometimes it's about the director first. If you got, say, Quentin Tarantino directing Jungle Cruise 2, yes, a lot of people would want to check that out. Christopher Nolan directs Jungle Cruise 2. Denis Villeneuve, Jungle Cruise 2. Why, James? They're good directors. They should be able to do this stuff. Well, it's because their talents usurp. They're bigger than what Jungle Cruise 2 as a concept movie would ever be about. So you'd never see those big directors come in and do something like this. So then it goes to the question, why would you make that as a producer if you can't get somebody of the talents of a Denis Villeneuve in to make a Jungle Cruise 2? For the amount of money that you think that it should be made for. It just doesn't make sense. So I kind of agree with that one. Kingsman 3. Golden Circle kind of sucked. I actually didn't mind the one with Ray Fiennes. We haven't watched that here on the channel, and it had a few surprises in it that I liked. Matthew Vaughn, he's struggling right now. I liked Argyle. I did. I didn't think it was the dumpster fire that a lot of people thought that it was. But if you're counting his hits, the first Kingsman was good. Kick-Ass was good. X-Men First Class, I still think is his best film. Because X-Men First Class, I think, is borderline masterpiece. I don't see... Because he would have to go big for Kingsman 3, and budget-wise, you're just not getting your return on investment. It has to be about the story, right? National Treasure 3 is one that a lot of people want to see, including Nicolas Cage. This one, again, too. Now, National Treasure is something that you can get away with having a smaller budget on and using, like, Godzilla Minus One style visual effects to pull it off, because it's the tone of the film that's the selling point, right? Of him kind of like tomb raiding, figuring out puzzles to get the treasure. That's the selling point. I would see a National Treasure 3. It's just that TV show that came out kind of came and went, and nobody's talking about it, so it's kind of like executives are misreading what's valuable to that franchise. Prince Anders? I don't even know what the heck, from Aladdin. Prince Anders spin-off? No, we don't need that. Return of the Rocketeer. Now that's something that we would need. That's something that I would say, yes, let's get that. and get the original actor because he's still around. Kind of like a passing of the torch kind of thing, like a Batman Year One kind of thing, where he's giving it to the next generation. I'd see that. Yeah, why not? Yeah, I liked it because the guy who played him, he was in uh, Coppola's Dracula movie with Gary Oldman. It was cool. He played the Texas guy. What the heck is his name? He which kind of sucks because he dies at the end too. But he dies helping out the team. What the heck was his name? Why am I drawing a blank on him? Billy Campbell. Yeah, he's still around. You can get Jennifer Connelly back in this. It's some kind of like passing of the torch. I need to revisit this. Is this on Disney Plus? It's on Amazon Prime. Next time I sign up for Disney Plus, maybe we can watch it there because it's a good. It was a good movie. Right now, I need to. I haven't seen it in a long time. Terry O'Quinn was in it. He must have been very young. Terry O'Quinn's in that new Walking Dead series, right? With that brings back Rick. I saw just like a small clip of him and Rick talking. Might be enough to get me to watch it, but I do want to revisit this movie. I know that the visual effects might hold up, but might not hold up. But I like the concept of it. It's kind of like a a little bit like Captain America, but he doesn't have like the super serum kind of thing, right? He's just got like the jetpack. Billy Campbell. Yeah, that's Terry O'Quinn. Yeah, he was fairly young in that. Flying Man Saves Pilot. Yeah, I've been always fascinated with the flying man concept. But yeah, Quincy. That's who he played in Dracula. Quincy. And see, he put Richard E. Grant as the bad guy in the sequel because they've worked together on Dracula. That would be cool. Like reassembling cast that worked in the past. Like that's always been something that I don't understand why studios don't do that. Because like um, these three guys from Dracula, they had great chemistry, right? And there he is, right there, Quincy. Carrie Elways, Richard E. Grant. Have Carrie Elways play the bad guy? Yeah, they all and they're like friends. So it's kind of like yeah, it's like the Star Trek Next Generation cast. They're all friends, so it's kind of like and that chemistry translates on the screen. So I totally watch a Rocketeer 2 or update. The Marvels felt like a box trickling exercise and wish fulfillment executives. National Treasure had great pacing and snappy dialogue, very enjoyable. Would love to see a trilogy complete. Yeah, that would be awesome. Yeah, Rocketeer. I was just watched it on Disney a few weeks ago. It still stands up. Yeah, I need to revisit. I'm going to sign up for Disney Plus when Acolyte comes out again. That's in June, right? A couple months now. I don't want to sign up early if I'm going to sign up for a Prime here. All right. Talking about sequels, Wanted 2 is a script and is a proper sequel. Writer reveals a proper sequel. What does that mean? Okay. Michael Brandt reveals to MovieWeb that there is a script for the sequel. Wanted centered on an office clerk turned assassin. James McAvoy, Angelina Jolie, and Morgan Freeman with the bending bullet. It's just one of those movies that came and went. I know that there's a fan base for it that seems to really dig it. I didn't think it was anything exceptional at the time when I watched it. So I don't have a thirst for this. But I know that there has been rumblings of them trying to get a sequel off the ground for the longest time. We had an idea for a sequel. We pitched it, wrote it, and it seemed like there was some real interest in the studio to make it. And then Timur, who directed the first one, absolutely was interested as well, but he had a kind of different idea for what he wanted to do. So he wanted to take it in a different direction. And that's what happens. It's kind of like, well, my idea for the sequel is not like your idea for the sequel. Or if we change things up, well, then it completely ruins everything that you just pitched and your script is done. Guys, it came and went. I forgot that Common was in that movie. Common's really developed as an actor. I don't know. Do we need it? Would I see it? Of course, I would probably see it, but it's kind of like 2008. 16 years, 17 years. Let's say they green lit it and shot it and came out in 2025. 17 years after the fact. It's too, I don't know. We're not dealing with this. The first Wanted movie was not a Top Gun situation where the first one was regarded very well. And then like 35 years later, we make the number 2 one, right? I don't know. Chris Pratt was in Wanted, which surprised me. Was he? Morgan Freeman was the bad guy, right? Margot Robbie's production company to adapt live-action feature of The Sims. It's weird. I was just looking at The Sims on Steam, thinking, do I want to buy? Because I like playing like Sim City and stuff like that. And back in the time, The Sims is like a follow-up to that, right? Where it's more about the people and creating like parties and stuff. Okay, you need to adapt that. Fine. According to Hollywood Reporter, Kate Herron, who is known for her work on the first season of Loki, is set to take the helm on the feature. Herron is also attached to co-write the film, so it sounds like it's going forward. The publisher of the computer game Electronic Arts will also be included in creative and producing facets. Currently, it is not known if Robbie herself will be starring in the film. The Sims game is currently on its 4th title. Robbie would comment, quote, "We want to make more films that have the effect that Barbie has. Why can't it be another big, original, bold idea where we get an amazing filmmaker, a big budget to play with, and to trust a huge conglomerate behind them to go and really play? I want to do that. The Sims." Again, well, I didn't know that Barbie had enough narrative meat to sink your teeth into, but it did. It's all about that script, though. The Sims, live action. Yes. But it's Margot Robbie, so I would watch it anyway if she was starring in it. If she's not starring in it, who cares? That's what I would say. Sleeping Dogs review. Despite some silly narrative choices, Russell Crowe's performance is good. Sleeping Dogs. An ex-homicide detective with memory loss is forced to solve a brutal murder, only to uncover chilling secrets from his forgotten past. Well, I only wanted to watch it because, well, I do like Russell Crowe, but it's got Karen Gillan in it. And you guys know I am a huge Karen Gillan fan. And there she is. Oh, yes. Sleeping Dogs. Let's see if I can pull up that trailer. And that is based off of a video game.
Would you think? The crime scene.
Yeah, so
Just like everyone from Wheeler's life is now a ghost. What are you trying to say, right?
from an acclaimed novel. Okay, so it's not based off a video game. Where's Karen? I want to see Karen. Creeping dogs. You barely hear anyone over the music. Shame this isn't based on the game. Oh, so okay. So it's not based on the game. Where's Karen? Can't show me the trailer without showing me Karen. Obviously got brain damage. See him getting some kind of surgery there. See the scar on his head. That's fine. No Karen. It's a shame. Oh well. Anatomy of a Fall, Sandra Huller is reportedly in talks to join Liam Neeson in the Naked Gun reboot, taking over what, the Priscilla Presley role? Or maybe she's the bad guy. Maybe she'll be playing the Ricardo Montalban role. Who is he again? Who did Ricardo Montalban? Not Meinheimer. That's the second one, right? It's not Pap Smear. Who did Ricardo Montalban? Vincent Ludwig. That's right. Could she be playing the bad guy this time around? She'll be playing the Vincent Ludwig character. But we got some interesting people to fill out the cast. Now that we know that Liam Neeson's going to be Drebin, who's going to be Nordberg or the captain, Ed Hawken? Because you got to find somebody that, isn't like going to have good chemistry. You know who would play a good Ed Hawken? And because they're friends, Kieran Hines would be the good cap. He would play the captain very well. He already played like a police captain or some kind of agent in Michael Mann's Miami Vice. So that would be cool to see. Tell me, Mr. Papsmear, why do you want the Queen assassinated? Yeah, just and get Weird Al back. Yeah, Weird Al appeared in all three of the Naked Gun movies as cameos, and sometimes he was hard to notice. Like in the first movie, he was on the plane, and it's like, yeah, okay, there's Weird Al. But then he shows up like at the Oscars in the third movie, and he's like a guy trying to hold up the police station in the second movie. Yeah, there's lots of fun you could have there. And I would say right now, Sandra Huller is a big name because of her successes, Zone of Interest, and that other one, Anatomy of a Fall, right? So the cast does have has some room to fill out, and it's going to be shooting pretty soon, from what I understand, right? A report from Insider says Sandra Huller is in talks to play the romantic lead. Okay, so she'll be the romantic lead. Starring Frank Drebin Jr., the son of Leslie Nielsen's Frank Drebin. What? Isn't Liam Neeson a little bit too old to be playing? Well, no, I guess not. But he's like the older, really older son. Because according to the canon, they were just about to have a kid in the third movie. I don't know. Weird, man. But hey, she's talent. Can't go wrong with talent, can you? Adding talent as long as you utilize them properly. Seth MacFarlane is attached to the Police Academy. Is attached to the Police Academy as writer producer. It would be cool if he was a I don't know. Naked Gun. Fascinating. Oh, M. Emmett Walsh, Blade Runner and Blood Simple actor, dies at 88. 88 years old, this actor. Let's pull up his IMDb. I'm trying to remember him in Blade Runner. Apparently, he was in Knives Out as well. He played Dermot Mulrooney's dad in My Best Friend's Wedding. He passed away at the age of 88. So that's a good life. 88 is not too young for the time that you should be thinking about cashing out your chips. I know it kind of I do remember his presence in a lot of films. The Jerk, Raising Arizona. Yeah, he was good at. He was a good character actor that played a lot of these smaller roles. You'd recognize. Okay, yeah, there he is. Knives Out. Was that him in Blade Runner? Okay, yeah, that's him in Blade Runner. What else? IMDb. Cavalry. Love, Sick Love. Assignment. So as you can see, long career. As I said, he showed up in a lot of stuff, just as background characters and stuff. He made his way. He's posted up some interesting stuff on his resume. Random Hearts with Harrison Ford. X-Files TV series. Iron Giant, Earl Stutz. Killing Jar, My Best Friend's Wedding. Romeo and Juliet. That's the Leonardo DiCaprio version. Who was he in that? Brian Denny. I need to rewatch this version. The Apothecary. Apothecary? Paul Rudd was in this? As Paris. What? I just remember this. John Leguizamo was really over the top as Tybalt. It's actually, so was Harold as Mercutio. I remember he had like a big kind of outburst scene. He was good in it though. Anyway, digressing. Rest in peace, Emmett Walsh. Sorry, Seth is attached to me. Yeah. You know what? You mentioned Police Academy. That's also ripe for a reboot of some kind. I think that if Naked Gun does well, you could bet, because we're getting that Beverly Hills Cop 4 coming up. So the stuff from the 80s, like Police Academy, is ripe. Except the first movie is still, the comedy in that holds up just like Airplane. Like the podium scene where the commandant comes in. Oh God, it still cracks me up when I watch that scene. Yeah, and I don't know if they could do crass humor like that, but Police Academy is definitely that could be up for a reboot. And finally, on my docket, guys, this is all I have left in the tank. Elizabeth Berkley makes peace with Showgirls at Academy Museum screening. You always believed. Well, I got to tell you, I saw Showgirls in the theater with a couple of my high school buddies, and while one of them wanted to walk out, and we kind of did right at the end, I would have stayed and watched it because there was only like 20 minutes left. I didn't hate Showgirls as much as some other people did. And I think a lot of that had to do with the way that Paul Verhoeven directed it. I know that was a problem for a lot of people. And a lot of people poo-pooed all over her acting, saying that she was not much of an actress. But actually, I thought she was fine in it. Um, she should be a bigger star. She should be. But she's like I've known this through the years where she's made statements. She's come out and made her peace with it, which is good. But I don't see why she can't come back into acting. I'd watch her in something. She was in that Saved by the Bell reboot. Meh. But a lot of people didn't like the first movie, so there you go. All right. Guys, that's all I got in the tank. Did a new trailer drop or anything like that? Let's just refresh the YouTube page. We got a TV spot for Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. The Veil with Elizabeth Moss trailer. Monkey Man trailer 2. We know the Monkey Man. Well, the Monkey Man.
I can change into anything.
It doesn't wow me as much as some
Become
people.
100 strangers.
Who are you?
I've never known a girl like you before.
Elizabeth Moss was in The Invisible Man, right?
MI6 agent Imogen Salter.
Good actress.
Very high-level situation.
But I hear things behind the scenes that she's one of those people that are kind of like into the conspiracy kind of stuff. I don't know if she's quite the anti-vax, but she's along something like those kind of things. I hear that you don't talk about those things when you're around her. Otherwise, it's a big kind of like 2 hours later, you're listening to it. Don't you know this is a conspiracy too? Oh my God, they're all after us, kind of thing. Like I hate, I can't stand being around people like that. But anyway,
But she's known to be erratic and unpredictable.
kind of racy.
Our intelligence believe there is a plan to kill 500,000 people.
So she's playing an assassin of some kind.
She's extremely intelligent and untrustworthy.
It's my job to get her to tell me what she knows.
Je pense que je pourrais vous aider.
M'aider à quoi?
À rester en vie.
French.
Run!
Elizabeth Moss.
We're the same, you and I.
The United States of America has officially taken over this investigation.
I don't work for you.
Everybody works for us, sooner or later.
Action.
That
Hey.
woman is a monster.
Kind of intriguing.
Not your friend.
Kind of like spy versus
Something
spy,
big is
huh?
going on here. I can feel it.
We all have to make sacrifices.
If you're lying to me, you'll never get your daughter back.
You chose the life that you lead now. I did not. Who said you get to decide what is good and what is evil?
It's a game of truth we're playing. The lie gets closer and closer to the truth until it's no longer a lie.
I could always tell the truth from lies.
So, am I telling the truth? Or am I lying?
She's got talent, though, right? On FX, The Veil, streaming April 30th on Hulu. That's kind of an intriguing little thing. Is there another trailer? I'm kind of worried about all these TV spots. This is just a TV spot, so it's kind of like it's only 10 seconds and then or 30 seconds, and then it shows the trailers that we all seen before, right? Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes is something that I'm looking forward to. So the TV spot, the TV spots I try to shy away from as much as possible because I don't want to get spoiled. Yeah, Arglass Wacky says when you talk about Elizabeth Moss being into weirdly conspiracy theory is one of my favorite all-time films. Well, it's intriguing every now and then to go down the rabbit hole of listening to what the different conspiracy theories are, but then to try to incorporate that into your actual real life and live by it, that's just, yeah. And I think that's what that movie was also about, wasn't it? But he was so immersed in conspiracy theories, like people just didn't take him seriously. That was like one of the themes of it, wasn't it? All right, let's go over to links, wikis. No, some updates. Sorry, my bad. Twitterverse, and then that's it for today, guys. You had the opportunity to ask Henry Cavill about the film Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare. What would you ask? I don't know. Is it going to be good? That's pretty much what I would ask. Cast looks good. It's like the first version of the MI6, right? But like back, like really old school times. Fall Guy, I'm looking forward to. That's next month, right? Fall Guy, Emily Blunt, Ryan Gosling. Yep, looking forward to that one. Alex Garland's Civil War is on track to earn over 20 million in its opening weekend. I think it's gonna be big. Furiosa is having its world premiere at Cannes Film Festival. Okay, cool. New look at House of the Dragon season 2. That one, I like that shot. That's cool. Because they actually went to real locations for that, right? And that's, for some reason, computers just haven't been able to get like the mist whitewash kind of like, as things get further away in the background, they become less clear, right? They just become like a whitewashed version of things, and that's something that I struggle with my stuff. Like this should be not as clear and as sharp. It should be white like this kind of. I struggle with it. Yeah. Anyway, I like that. I like the line of it because the mountains go up kind of like big behind his back kind of thing. Good shot. Monkey Man is the April 5th. But we know that we got the second trailer for Monkey Man. Dev Patel's directorial debut. I'm going to watch it. I like the trailers for it. I'm just not all that hyped for it as much as some people are. Beetlejuice. Yeah, that's trending because of our first look. Black trailer. Boy and the Heron is now on Netflix. Is it? Boy and the Heron on Netflix. I'll pull up
Are you keen on video games, Clarence?
Ooh, Problem 3 is out already. Huh?
I used to play when I was a kid.
When did this come out?
Romance of the Three Kingdoms, Jet Set
Because I like the last trailer that we watched for that. It looked good.
Romance of the Three Kingdoms.
I hear that the Irish Wish is not very good.
Oh, sorry.
Shot's got to be taken from Philly, from beyond 1,800 yards, so it's one of
The Boy and the Heron, right? Not seeing it here, guys.
We sell to a couple of...
Oh, Princess Mononoke is on here. With Spirited Away. Wow. And Howl's Moving Castle. A lot of the Studio Ghibli stuff is on here. Not seeing The Boy and the Heron, though.
That all makes sense.
Are you
What
guys?
time is it supposed?
Did I miss it? Porco Rosso? Kiki's Delivery Service?
My name is...
Not seeing The Boy and the Heron. The Wind Rises. Yeah, I'm not seeing it. What's going on here? Are you lying to me? Is now available to stream on Netflix worldwide. Release date is set to be revealed later this year. Oh, to be available. Okay, to be available, not is available. To be available. So it's not quite out yet. I liked it, but the Studio Ghibli is, they're really don't like people reacting to their movies, because I think you can get away with maybe one reaction to it, but if you do like a lot of their stuff, then they'll strike your channel and you'll lose your channel, as it did to Vicky over on Vicuña Reacts. It sucks because she lost her first channel, and but she had a big enough fan base that people came back and finished watching her stuff. She's a good reactor. Cillian Murphy to return in Peaky Blinders film, set to begin filming this September. Wow. I guess I really need to get on watching this series, huh? See, I don't know if there's a big enough audience for it. That's the thing. You got to keep that budget low. Hayden Christensen attends lighting ceremony at Empire State Building to celebrate Star Wars themed takeover. Cool. Paris. Ariana Grande. I just need to say that I don't think people realize that she's got the chops. I don't think she realizes how brilliant this person's brain and voice and talent is. Cynthia Erivo about Ariana Grande. Well, we know that she can sing. She's like one of the few people, well, not, she's not one of the few, but she's like, you know how they have some pop stars that are just using the auto tune all the time? No, she can sing. I watched videos of her talking about technique, about preserving her voice before she performs and stuff like that, going through her routines of vocal warm-ups and stuff, talking about projection, distortion, and all that kind of stuff. So she knows her stuff. She can sing, and so that's I totally respect all that stuff. Now, can she act? That's the thing. I hope she can. If she's an artist, some artists like to dabble in other mediums, and I hope this delivers, because I think she's got a longer term plan of goal of becoming a more mainstream type of actor, where she doesn't have to do the singing type of acting roles. She wants to be more of like a dramatic actress. So that's why I want to see Wicked. Sam Claflin in the Count of Monte Cristo series adaptation. Sam Claflin. Michelle Yeoh as Madame Morrible. Okay. Cynthia Erivo. Ariana. Yep. Jonathan Bailey plays the token stud. Whatever. A lot of Wicked pictures. Huh? Is that it for today? Other than these Wicked pictures, running a little bit over time. Prime is now streaming Roadhouse. Well, yeah, there's not enough time today. By the time I sign up, it would be like 1:45-ish, and then I got to get the thumbnails and I got to get the right stuff. So not today. A few costume nods for Oscars, makeup, and Wicked, I reckon. Yeah, maybe costuming. Yeah, the costumes look great. That looks all very majestic. And a lot of people don't realize how much it takes to get the fabrics to fold like that. And because you got to be, as the costume designers, you got to be mindful as to which types of fabrics that you're using so that they fall a certain way, so that they lie down a certain way. Like if you ever seen Trisha Beggar, I think it was, from Star Wars, she talks all about that stuff, which is very interesting stuff to listen to if you're into filmmaking. Selena. 27 years ago, Selena, starring Jennifer Lopez, was released in theaters. And J-Lo is having kind of a rough go right now. Apparently, she's got to cancel a few of her concerts this year because her tour, because people just aren't buying tickets. Nobody wants to go see J-Lo perform. That sucks. So to answer your question, she's not as big as Taylor Swift. Three-body problem. Maybe we can get into this. Maybe we can get into the pilot of this today. Half an hour? Do an opening episode of Three-Body Problem? Maybe. Take a look at the... Or maybe Saturday we can do. Yeah, because I'm off early Saturday. I see Immaculate today as well. Shoehorn it in today and then come home and watch Roadhouse on Saturday. It's possible. All right. Well, I don't mean... We'll see how that goes. All right, guys. So, as I said, I'm going out in about 3 hours to see the new Ghostbusters movie. I'll let you know my straight out of the theater reaction for that as soon as I get out. Later on tonight, it'll be up around 9 or 10:30ish. Ooh, yeah. Hey, it is what it is. And then, yeah, we'll talk about it as the weekend unfolds. I'm working Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, but I don't work as long on Saturday. So Saturday may be a day that we try to pick up that Roadhouse movie. All right? All right, guys. Hit that thumbs up button, subscribe, and I'll see you next time right here on Mirror Domain.